My name is Trinity and welcome to my channel. What about the healing? Real talk. So let's get into it. All right, as promised, on this video, on this particular video, we're going to be going over the armor. What are the components of the whole armor of God? All right, we already have went through step 1 and step 2 in previous videos. You need to go to step 1 and step 2 so you can understand what is going on in this video. And step 1 is honoring your body. Step 2 is putting on the whole armor of God every day. Okay? And this video, like I said, we're going to entail what is the whole armor, right? Number 1 is the belt of truth. The belt of truth is always speaking. When you put on the belt of truth every day, you're living your life in truth. You're speaking the truth to yourself and to others. You are a walking truth. You know, people, you are, I know, and this give me the revelation. This give me the when I say the walking mirror. You are a walking mirror. You are, when people look at you, they see their reflections, and a lot of people don't like what they see, so they target you, they hurt you, they try to hurt you because of what you've shown them about themselves that they did not want to face. They did not. They were not ready to face. They wanted to continue to blame others. They wanted to continue to push that on other people. But when you come into the picture, you are that walking truth. You are that reflection. And you reflect the truth about themselves. They can no longer hide. They can no longer pretend. It's right there in their face. So that is part of why you need to, what you need to understand about yourself is that you putting on that truth, you putting on that belt each day is part of your spiritual warfare. It's part of who you are. It's what you came here to do. So I'm going to go into each. That's just a little bit. I'm going to go into each one, and I'm going to have to do a video on each one of these and break them down and what God has to say about each one. But that's just the belt, okay? The breastplate of righteousness is number 2. The breastplate of righteousness. This is coming from Ephesians 6 through 11. No, 6. This is coming through Ephesians. It looked like 11 and 12, but I'm giving you Ephesians 6 through 10 through 12 to read, because that's the whole armor. Just read that. Okay, so number 2 is the breastplate of righteousness, like I said, and a little bit about that is to live your life in righteousness. You need to put, you can only put on the breastplate of righteousness if you live in righteousness. If you live in righteously, you can't be living foul and living, contrary to the light. You can't put this breastplate and expect God to protect you, protect your heart, protect your breastplate, because this is where God is. God is love. God is by your heart. You can't expect for God to protect you and allow you to put that breastplate on if you're not right, because that is part of it. You have to live a righteous life. You have to do what's right, treat people right. If you walking around in truth and you're revealing the reflection off the mirror to another person, or to all people that surround you, you got to be right. You got to speak that truth and get those things in order within yourself to be able to put that breastplate on. Okay. Number 3, feet fitted with the gospel of peace. You got to put this on because all the projections, all the chaos, the confusion in the world is contrary to peace. You got to put that foot plate on your peace, because wherever you walk, whatever rooms you go into, wherever you go in this world, outside in this world, wherever you go, you need to have that peace that surpasses any type of understanding. While other people trying to figure you out and try to figure out why you so peaceful, why is everything, because you got your foot fitted with the gospel of peace. Everywhere you go, every room you walk into is peace. Unspeakable peace. It's peace. Peace be still. It's peace everywhere you go because you have put on your whole armor. Okay? The helmet of salvation. The helmet of salvation has everything to do with your crown. You need to have your helmet on to cover your crown. People are constantly throwing attacks and constantly fiery darts and constantly trying to come at you through that crown and that third eye. But you have that helmet on to cover all of that. It's vitally important that you do that every day. Because if they can get you, if they can get a lick in, if they can stop you, they will. And they try to do it right up here. Okay? The sword of the Spirit. The sword of the Spirit. Hold on a minute. I got to go back because I skipped one. So we got the belt of truth, we got the breastplate of righteousness, and then we got number 4, which is the shield of faith, which I did not say. The shield of faith. The shield of faith. I speak about that so often. But you got to have that shield of faith. You got to put that on every day. You have to have faith. And not in what you see, but what you know. You got to have faith that you know that God got you. You got to have faith that you know that every day you get up and every day you go out in the world, you're going to be successful. You got to have faith that whatever you do is successful. You got to have faith that whoever you are is successful. Whatever you walk into is successful. Not only successful, but it is in an alignment with what God has for you and what God has for your life. You have to have that faith. And then it's the helmet of salvation. I just spoke about the helmet of salvation, right? So then the last one is the sword of spirit, the sword of the Spirit. And the sword of the Spirit is God himself. When I see the sword of the Spirit and what I have spoken about the sword of the Spirit, it is God's sword. It is his sword that he has given to you to fight this battle with. It's his sword. With that sword, that is where your power comes from. That's where your because it's your spiritual weapon. that God has initiated, God has given you, and God has warranted you to have. And in that, you need to understand that a lot of these attacks, a lot of these things, you have the power to be able to cut it with your sword. But a lot of you don't understand that you have that. You're utilizing it wrong. And so the sword of the Spirit is God's spiritual weapon, his sword that he has given you and given you authority to use. And because of that, you have to be careful, because you can use that sword when you're not supposed to use this sword, or you're using too much force, or you're using it incorrectly, and you can cause karma, all because that sword can do a lot of damage. You have to be careful when you pull out this sword, because it is very powerful, and it is something that you have to utilize, but utilize it on the right, in the right way, with the right, in the right way, in the right spirit. And you have to always utilize it and keep in mind that what type of weapon it is. All right. So that is the whole armor of God. And like I said, I'm going to do a video on each one of them specifically, so God can speak to you on each level, on each one of them. I just gave you a little snippet, a little bit, but God is going to, I'm going to do a video on each one. All right. So to reiterate, we have step 1, we have step 2, right? And I'm not going to give you step 3 yet, because you need to go in and you need to acknowledge and you need to look at within yourself as far as step 1 and step 2, and make some changes and make some decisions on what you need to do as far as step 1 and step 2. So I will be moving along, but we can't be giving you everything. You got to work on each step. Some of you may not need to do step 1. You need to do step 2. Some of you need to do step 1 and step 2. Some of you need just do step 1. You already got step 2. So whatever it is, you need to start working on it and understanding where this falls in. Or you can go and do your own research. Go get the book. Go get the book. And this is from a Christian perspective. So if you're not a Christian, don't worry about that. Read, get the information that you resonate with, because it's a lot in this book. Okay? And we're starting from the basics, because we are the way shores. We got the knowledge. We got the clarity. We got the power. We got the anointing. We got all these things going for us. But God says there are holes. There are holes. And that is why we get weary. That's why we get tired. That's why, because we are needing to go back to the basics with the knowledge that we have, so God can finish. God can finish, and God can show us, and God can teach us, and God can give us more clarity, because now we have more knowledge. Now we have more wisdom to be able to understand different things. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to end it right there. Hit the comments. Let a sister know this is doing something for you. Let a sister know you working with me. Hit those comments. Let a sister hit an emoji. Let a sister know that this is on point. All right. So with that, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs the channel. It helps a sister out. Share, share, share. Subscribe. So So subscribe, guys. Subscribe and send these videos out. Let it reach 1, reach 2, reach 3. We all need to go back to the basics because we can always learn something new. All right. If you want to go check out all about the healing. Where is a lot of content there. Go check it out. And I think that's it. So I'm sending you love. I'm sending you healing your way. Trinity is out. Thank you.